Kevin Johnson, let's go at 38 years of age. He has a 3-inch height advantage. He's got a 3. So we're underway with Kevin Johnson and Vitali Klitschko.
No, until you get in there. So right now, you know, Vitali Klitschko it looks like he's just keeping that left hand out in front.
See the 3 judges that will score this fight. Right hand.
I understand Kevin Johnson keeping his left hand down so far because of the fact that, you know, Vitali has it.
Even though he's a shorter man, maybe a little better his actual jabbing reach than Klitschko.
It's a huge step up in class for Johnson.
Now I know sometimes he usually sticks that jab out there and sticks his head in there. He's taking his time. You know, he's not getting hit too much. One thing he's doing is laying against the
back that he's difficult to reach even with Kevin Johnson's jab.
Klitschko not able to square up, and he punches Johnson. Tapped him to the body in a very to the corner of Kevin Johnson.
And here you see Klitschko's early aggression. He's, you know, he's range right now. He's not really doing too much, just trying to get in that left jab. You know, there's not too much power behind those punches. Most of those punches are...
Charles Dewdrop Young, the trainer for Kevin Johnson, the Kingpin.
Again, Vitali's pawing with that left jab. He's not throwing it. He's elected just to throw that left jab right now.
Klitschko tries to get that long right hand in there.
See, these rounds. These early rounds went big.
Klitschko threw it a good body shot, got a right hand.
Knowing that, you know, that's where he's got open. So, you know,
these early rounds are dress rehearsals for the later rounds for Klitschko, and that he's throwing available to him.
Put a little power behind the last right hand that see the CompuBox numbers for this one. There's that hook from Klitschko, got one of them in. End of round number 2, a little bit better.
You see a Klitschko left, double left, actually, pretty sparingly with his punches. Overhand right. This is where Kevin Johnson comes across with that right hand. His whole body's forward. Really step back around and get back on balance.
Round number 3.
Kevin Johnson's problem is Johnson's not a big puncher, and he's already put himself in a position to win on points.
The way out Klitschko's throwing that right hand is
something that's bothering you, and something's not.
Opponent Kevin Johnson to forget about his right hand and then try and place it in there. You see any kind of attack, he's got that back foot ready to step out.
Johnson tries to counter.
He's holding back. I don't really see Johnson trying to counterpunch too much like he should.
Fight against a big, strong guy. It's understandable he might not start and kind of shape the nerves of the early rounds. He does seem to be
not to be standing still. He should be moving and not making himself such an easy target.
Johnson tried to double up the jab, miss with.
Yeah, we'll see a couple right hands by Klitschko here. And this is Johnson countering. Very effective punch. He should counter not only with one hand.
Ironfist, Vitali Klitschko. You know, Bob, Kevin Johnson's doing his usual thing, laying on the ropes.
He doubles up on the jab they're hitting air. He may be well advised to start throwing that jab to Klitschko's body more often.
Definitely get in there, or even sometimes to the back. He needs to mix up his punches a little bit.
Awkwardness and that head movement that you've talked about. Do you think?
And they need to get used to them. Kevin Johnson's getting used to it out of the way.
Notice there, Kevin Johnson threw the jab to the body, and Klitschko, not only did it land, Klitschko was forced to
that could hurt him and even cause some damage, a cut or something.
End of round 4. That was about a 90-second.
Johnson seems to have.
Yeah, we did not hear the open scores. They might have had it. Max, to follow up on big puncher against much lesser competition, he's got to be falling behind big on the scorecard.
Well, I mean, if he loses this round, he'd have to, but he has been learning.
Just 15. Former NBA star Darryl Dawkins, and he worked in home.
Conserving a lot of energy, not getting hit, which is the main thing. Moving his his head radically and, you know, doing a good job at it.
Time a Vitali Klitschko fight went the distance.
He's obviously also a natural defensive fighter.
Klitschko. That's one of those.
Klitschko, when Vitali Klitschko lost to Chris Berne.
His right hand, there we've seen earlier in the round. And this is what he needs to do. He needs to throw those type of punches. Seen him throw a good right hand yet, but his jab's working effectively.
Johnson's been relaxed, seems pretty confident. Cut right eyelid earlier in the bout. He's never really been in any kind of danger. Can Kevin Johnson break out of his profile and actually do something
to this fight? Kevin Johnson said of the technique to take advantage of all of Klitschko's mistakes that Johnson claimed. Johnson's now gone longer in the fight. Like Arreola has is the passion to not simply survive but to win. And that's one of Arreola, a real big following in spite of the fact.
I mean, this is something you have to practice in the gym, trying to get hit by this big guy, but you have to wage some type of... If you don't do him in the gym, you got to do him in the ring. Or you won't do him in the ring.
Not quite exactly with the physical profile as you, Lennox, but and the difference was your desire to actually
your opponent. Wait. Meanwhile, Vitali's throwing his punches. Keep on doing what I'm doing. Try and make his survival, like Max says, impose my will on him.
Good right hand there.
And so far, as vulnerable as Klitschko seemed at times against an opponent who really wasn't doing much offensively, hardly losing a round, and that's what Klitschko continues to do here.
Johnson tried to counter, fights pressure, but doesn't try to counter. One of the rare times that he opened up. So the final round under Watson just not busy enough. Love to see him take a chance. What he's talking to Kenny Bayless about.
Max, I think you're right when you said this is turning out to be a rocky fight.
It's all great. I mean, it's fun and fans are getting a kick out of it, but what does it all mean? Who's going to lose?
You know, most of the guys that fight him are just in shape to go 5 rounds, or they're not trying to Germany, trying to beat them.
Good combination by Klitschko.
Johnson, it seems.
Yeah. Looked like there was a window to do something special. 1 minute to go.
Shows you. Klitschko's take criticism at times for the way they win for doing it, but pressure fighter, volume puncher, boxer, slick.
The kind of opponents they put in front of them, but you know they need to really step up with the opponents. And
who? Finally, Kevin Johnson lets his hands go. Oh, now he's going after Vladimir. Bad move.
Not easy seeing a loved one in there.
Throughout the fight, didn't let Johnson get in his head. Here are the final punch numbers. Vitali Klitschko throws.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Berne, Switzerland, we Omar Mintoun and Fabian Kai. Vitali Klitschko.
All right, Lennox, so Vitali.